My name is John. I am the CEO of Saturday Kids. I'm also a co-founder of Collision 8, a collaborative innovation workspace. I run a couple of micro funds that invest in startups both in Southeast Asia and in the US. A startup, I think, is just a person or a group of people trying to do things differently. I think the most valuable startups combine original ideas with execution. One thing I always tell founders is that an idea is worth nothing, right? So execution is everything. Then again, you don't want to execute perfectly an idea that has been done to death, right? An original idea that is really well executed is what creates really valuable startups. So when founders want to raise money for their startup, it's always the triple F route right at the start, right? So it's the friends, family, and fools that they approach to get the seed funding. So I would say angel investors are probably like one level up from the friends, family, and fools. I wouldn't say all of them are sophisticated investors. These angel investors have no sort of personal relationship with the founders, or I mean, it's not mutually exclusive, right? You can be a friend who angel invested in somebody else's startup. Oftentimes there are angel investors who get cold emails and cold pitch decks and make an investment on that basis of liking the idea and liking the founder. So I guess the key difference is that angel investors perhaps have more sort of leeway to invest in what they want and what they like. They don't have a mandate unless they give themselves a personal mandate of never investing in hardware or never investing in US startups or never investing in Chinese startups. But generally, because it's their personal money, angel investors can pretty much invest in anything they like. A fund or VC, on the other hand, usually has strict mandates. Like a Southeast Asia focused fund, they cannot invest outside of Southeast Asia. A hardware fund cannot invest outside of hardware. They can't do like a SaaS product. So that's one crucial difference. I think second crucial difference is that VC funds have life cycles. So a typical VC fund will have a life span of maybe 5 to 7 years or 8 years. The fund manager will look to invest the entire fund within the first 3 years and then spend the remaining 4 years divesting, right? So there's a strict sort of timeline, and VCs invest with the expectation that the investment returns them, multiple times of the initial investment. And for a lot of these funds, it's a numbers game, right? Because everybody knows that startups are really hard and the chances of succeeding is pretty low. So it's a numbers game, and some VCs would rather see their portfolio companies fail fast than to drag on, because they know that out of 10 investments, maybe 3 will return some money, 5 will fail, but it's the 2 that returns 50x, 100x that really makes them the money, right? They are not incentivized to spend too much time and effort on the ones that are not doing well, because the agenda here is to find the next Facebook. It is not to help a struggling entrepreneur to keep his startup alive. I think if you look at the economics of VC investing or tech investing, it's only natural that VCs take that approach, because one Facebook in your portfolio or one Snap or even one Twitter, right, is going to make most of your returns. So why would you spend time and effort on the other 7 or 8 that are struggling, right? Obviously, when you make that investment, you clearly believe that that startup has something in them, that it has the potential to return 50x, 100x. But no VC can say that they invest in every startup with a crystal ball of knowing exactly how things are going to pan out, right? So when VCs invest, they are also sort of taking a bet on an individual or on an idea or on a market that is not yet proven. So there are so many factors that need to kind of click for Facebook or Google to emerge, right? It is the nature of the VC game that they have to focus on the winners, and for the losers, it's just too bad.